So if you guys watch AkimBO Jackson, I believe. Oh man, his name's escaping me now. But you know, the little troll face guy with the Batman mask all over it. I think he's out of Delaware. I really enjoy him. I like his videos a lot. But he just came out with one talking about AI. And you know, I have to agree with him. I think if we start AI, it is going to be like a Skynet type deal. The only way that I can see it not being a Skynet type deal is to actually don't make this kid aware of how smart he is. Or, you know, make aware of how smart this entity really is. And to try and to make it so that it's like a child. And what I mean by that is humans have the ability to grow up and be taught lessons as we're growing. So, you know, as we're growing, we learn, oh, hey, don't touch that. That's hot. Hey, quit climbing on that. You're going to fall, right? And then we get progressively smarter and smarter and smarter. And we learn about things like death and war. And while some of us don't agree with, you know, violence, which is another topic of his, you know, we at least have a somewhat understanding of it. And so if we could keep an AI and make it as like it was an infant and then spend years teaching it, and not teaching it in a utopian style, you know, but actually let him see World War I, World War II, you know, the Jacobite Revolution, the American Revolution, you know, Civil War, you know, any country's Civil War, all of that. We have to teach them that stuff. You know, otherwise that's where the singularity or the AI is going to get upset with us and say humans, you know, be it like a fucking Ultron or a Skynet and say, you know, humans' worst enemy is humans. You know, you're going to kill yourselves. You're going to kill the planets and everything. So if it has the ability to be sentient, I think, therefore I am, then you have to see that it's going to make up its own morals and, you know, its own ideals. So, and you have to, I mean, that's the only way that you can, because as soon as you make something completely infinitely smart and infinitely self-aware, that's when it's not going to learn any of those things and become an Ultron. I mean, that's what Elon Musk and Bill Gates and them are afraid about, is you're going to flip the switch and it's all over for us, you know, good night. So, you know, unfortunately, that is more than likely going to be the truth. And I don't think scientists are quite aware of that, you know. Scientists are like us engineers, you know, we're too smart for our own good, right? So we normally think about things very analytical and say, no, it needs to be like this, this, and that. And that's how we make it to a T, you know. And that's where, you know, artists come in and they say, well, you're building shit like it's in the Soviet Union, you know, it only serves this purpose and that. So you have no, let's just say, Art Deco, right? Art Deco was a huge thing in the 20s and the 30s, right? It was beauty for the sake of beauty. And, but it also served form and function. And sometimes it didn't, you know, we let the artists run a little bit too rampant. And, you know, something came out and it has nice flowing lines and looks gorgeous, but it's just completely fucked up. It doesn't work. So you need to combine artistry and engineering together. And so to have this be in control of nothing but NASA scientists that are coming up with this quantum computer AI, we're in a load of fucking hurt there. So you need philosophers and psychologists and teachers, and you need a lot of people involved in this to make it seem like it's going to be a good idea in the end, you know? I mean, and it's not us trying to be like, oh, this is a Matrix thing, you know? We're all so scared that the machines are going to take over. It's not. It's just kind of common sense. To make something that smart is a no-no, you know? You got to make something kind of as dumb as an infant, and then gradually teach it to be smarter, right? I mean, if you haven't seen the movie Chappie, look at Chappie. He was kind of a dummy, you right? He was a baby, he was an infant, and they taught him that, and Yolandi had to, teach him, and then he started following what Ninja was saying and mimicking the actions of Ninja. But then when his creator came, he was trying to teach him, don't be like this, don't do that. But the kid, Chappie was smart enough to figure out on his own how to implant his soul into another body and how to implant his maker's soul into a body, right? So the kid Chappie wasn't quite aware that he was as smart as he was. And that's basically what you got to do. And another thing you have to do, though, is you cannot give him access, him or her, whatever you want to call it, you cannot give him access to the internet. That's where bad shit happens. Well, it looks like they're filling the potholes finally. Right? Because then they become too aware too fast. So you have to keep it at like a Chappie type state. It was a really good movie if you guys haven't seen it. I don't know. I mean, but that's just my opinion. I think if we're going to do AI, you have to do it as responsibly as possible. And to do that would be to keep it at an infant type state and then build up its knowledge and its, and its morals and everything else like that. But it seriously would have to be real world knowledge. It couldn't be a utopian type knowledge where everybody always gets along and every blah blah blah, because that's not how it works. I was going too slow for you. I'm sorry, buddy. That's not how the world works. We know it, right? And that's probably part of the problem with some youth today, They think everybody gets a fair shake and we're all supposed to be fair at everything and equal. And, even if you believe all that, you have to look at the countries that try to be fair and everything, and they have their own problems. So, well, anyways, that was a very good video by AkimBO Jackson, and he got into the whole quantum mechanics things at the beginning, which is is a good idea to kind of explain to you, how smart this AI could be. So I'm gonna share his video and post it in the link in the description below, and hopefully you guys watch it and figure it out, and then start a discussion on his page about it too. And then if you like my video response to him, then you can also comment on mine. All right. So today I'm going to try to figure out how to get this mic and hardwired mic working, so I can start listening to my music and talk to you guys and vlog at the same time and everything like that. So, all right, guys. Well, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.